Hi, my name's Les Stapleton. I'm mayor down here in Prestonburg. And the book I have chosen is Jackie Robinson and the Story of All Black Baseball, and it was written by Jim O'Connor. You can get this at any of the libraries, should have access to it.
Okay.
And it's a long book, and it's a little bit of an older book, but I'm a big baseball fan. I've helped coach baseball. I've coached baseball for over 20 years. I helped with the high school team for the last 9 years, 10 years. I've helped with the baseball team for the last 10 years here at Prestonsburg. So I'm going to do chapter 5 because it's sort of what it's all built around, how things and why it happened. Jackie Robinson was the first black or Afro-American baseball player in the Major League Baseball. So this is going to sort of explain a little bit about it. You need to read the rest of it to understand the whole story. In 1945, World War II was over. It was a war for freedom. It was a war in which thousands of black soldiers had given their lives. If a black man is good enough to die for his country, many people were saying, he's good enough to play baseball. But was there a white baseball man with the guts to be the first to sign a black player? And was there a black player with the guts to be the first? The answer to both questions was yes. Branch Rickey was the president and general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers. He had been managing baseball teams nearly all his life. More than anything, he wanted the Dodgers to win the World Series. The Dodgers were an old team and are still in existence today, by the way. They needed new, young players. Branch Rickey knew there were some really good young black players in the Negro Leagues. He was willing to sign some if it meant his team could win the series. Branch Rickey wanted to bring a black into Major League Baseball for another reason too. Many years ago, he had been the coach of a college baseball team. The team had only one black player. On a trip to Indiana, the black player was told he couldn't stay in the hotel with the rest of the team. Branch Rickey finally got the hotel to let the man room with him. Later, when Branch went to the room, he found the man sitting on his bed. He was staring at his hands. Black skin, he cried out. Oh, if only it was white. Branch Rickey saw how cruel it was to judge a man by the color of his skin. It was something he never forgot, but he knew he had to find a very special black player to cross the color line. And he wanted to keep the search quiet, so Branch Rickey announced that he was starting a new black team, the Brooklyn Brown Dodgers. This was just a trick. It let Branch send out his baseball scouts. They could look openly for the best players in the black teams. Not even the scouts knew the real reason why Branch was interested in the black players. One of the scouts soon singled out a young shortstop on the Kansas City Monarchs. Jackie Robinson is your man, the scout told Branch Rickey. Here's some pictures of him as a football player, track star, and he was also in the armed forces and basketball. So he was a 4-star athlete, not just a 3, a 4-star. Jackie Robinson was born in 1919 and grew up in Pasadena, California. His family was poor, but Jackie was smart, and Jackie was great at sports. In college, he was a star on the football team and the track team and the basketball team and the baseball team. In World War II, Jackie became an officer of an all-black unit in the Army. He was one of the very first black officers. He was a man who always stood up for his rights. When he was in the Army, Jackie lived in Texas. At that time, blacks had to sit in the back of city buses, in the worst seats. But on Army buses, blacks got to sit wherever they wanted. One time, Jackie got on an Army bus. The driver told him to get in the back, but Jackie refused to do it. The bus driver had him arrested. Jackie went on trial and he was found not guilty. Jackie could have done what the bus driver said, but he was not that kind of person. He was willing to go through a lot for what was right. This was important to Branch Rickey. Branch Rickey asked Jackie Robinson to come to Brooklyn to meet him. Jackie was not sure why Branch Rickey wanted to see him so badly, but he soon found out. Branch told him flat out, He wanted Jackie Robinson for his team, the Brooklyn Dodgers, not the Brooklyn Brown Dodgers. Then Branch gave Jackie a taste of what he was going to hear from fans and players on other teams. For 3 hours, he called Jackie every bad name. He described all kinds of mean situations. Then he told Jackie, "You cannot respond to any of this." Jackie asked, "Do you want a ball player who's afraid to fight back?" "I want a ball player with the guts not to fight back," Branch answered. "If you fight or answer the insults, you will lose. And so will all the other black players who are waiting to play. You must promise me that you will hold your temper and your tongue." Jackie Robinson made that promise. On October 25th, 1945, he signed a contract with Branch Rickey. It was big news on sports pages all across the country. In black newspapers, it made front page headlines. This is a picture of Jackie and Branch Rickey. Many people thought Branch Rickey made the wrong choice, even players in the Negro Leagues. Jackie Robinson was a rookie, people pointed out. He had played only 1 year with the Monarchs. Yes, he was a good hitter and a daring base runner, but out in the field he wasn't that great. Branch knew all this, but he had a plan. Jackie would start out with the Montreal Royals. This was a farm team for the Dodgers. It was a place where young players like Jackie could get training for the major leagues. The 1946 season was a good one for the Montreal Royals, and a good one for Jackie, too. He played well and the fans liked him. The next year, Jackie was ready for the Dodgers, but right away there was trouble. During spring training, some Dodgers said they would sign a letter. The letter demanded that Jackie get off the team. The manager of the team found out about the letter. He got all the players together. He told them that Jackie was staying. Anyone who didn't want to play with him could go to another team. That was the end of the letter, but there was more trouble. Right at the start of the season, 2 teams said they would not play against the Dodgers. They would go on strike. The teams were the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. If the 2 teams wouldn't play, he promised to throw them out of the league for the rest of the season. That was the end of the strike, but that was still not the end of the trouble. A few weeks later, the Phillies arrived at Ebbets Field for the first game with the Dodgers. From the moment the game started, the Phillies called Jackie every name in the book. Jackie could do nothing. He could say nothing. He'd made a promise to Branch Rickey. The other Dodgers knew this, and they felt bad for Jackie. The next day, the Dodgers told the Phillies and their manager to leave Jackie alone. Even the Dodgers, who wanted to keep Jackie off the team, stuck up for him now. The games went on. There were more hard times ahead for Jackie, but he knew one thing: he really and truly was one of the Dodgers. For 10 seasons, Jackie Robinson played second base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. He played in 6 World Series. He was voted most valuable player in 1949. His lifetime batting average was .311. He batted .311, which is outstanding. In 1962, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. It was another first. No black man had ever received this honor before. But for millions of fans, Jackie Robinson meant so much more than awards and averages. He was not just a hero for black people. He was a hero for the whole country. So look, there is so much more to learn about Jackie Robinson and his trials and tribulations. You really need to get this book and read it. It's worthwhile. And if you enjoy the sport of baseball, it is the historical part of baseball. Thank you all for listening, and hopefully we'll get through this again soon.